$5,000 on the line to our winner of our final match. The number 5 seed, Brad Angelo, continues to persevere, survive, and move on as he gets set to take on the number 1 seed, Robert Smith. Brad is back, despite his back, baby. Angelo versus Smith, and Rob Stone, Randy Peterson with you. And Randy, you're downright giddy to watch Robert Smith right now. You've just been watching him in warm-ups during our commercial break, and the flight of his ball and his attitude and the revs, it's fun.
Wait till you see the way Robert Smith is going to play the lanes in this title match.
Let's see how Angelo opens up this one. Again, remember, match 1, he started with 7 straight strikes.
And another ball change for Brad.
Curled in nicely. Never won a title. Iron won today.
Just going through the natural progression of going to a little less aggressive equipment as the lanes break down. Using that same release now. Check this out.
Here's Robert Smith, 6-time champ, who hasn't won since February 15 of 2004, 54 events ago.
Standing in front of the ball return.
Way left. Huge loft. Pounds. Drops 9.
And 10. Welcome back, Bobby. Welcome back.
I didn't think she was going to fall.
Watch this. Modifies his approach, goes to 3 steps. How about some loft, baby?
I
love that.
Slower than that one, Robert.
And where? I don't know who knocked that one down.
Slower.
But she came from the back door.
Slower.
Oh, there's some energy in this place right now. Pounds the wood. Pounds the pins. He is setting a tone early on in this one. The number 1 seed opening up with consecutive strikes. Now it's Angelo's turn to respond. Angelo also working off of a strike. More conventional. Leaves the 4 standing.
But, you know, he's not too disappointed with that because he goes to the ball change. He's not exactly sure how it's going to behave, and that's not that bad of a sign, tipping up there and just leaving the 4-pin.
Takes care of that one. Our Motel 6 matchup. Number 1 seed Robert Smith. This is his best finish of the season by far. His best coming into this week was 11, taking on Brad Angelo, who we haven't seen for weeks due to a bad back, which has kept him out of competition. Smith looking for title 7, Angelo looking for his first. And here is Angelo, down 10 in the 3rd.
Well, I know what it's like trying to win your first ever title, especially when you have clawed and fought your way all day long like Brad Angelo has, and he's getting the ball to the pocket. He's not carrying, and his opponent, Robert Smith, used to be one of the most intimidating guys out here. He started with a double.
For the 2nd consecutive frame, Angelo takes care of that 4-pin to get a spare. And now we swing back to Mr. Smith, looking for a turkey to open up the title match.
Been a long time for Maximum Bob.
6-time champ, missed most of last season due to hip and back injury. He had what they call popping or snapping hip syndrome. That one pops the wood, pops 9 pins down. Basically, he had an atrophied hip flexor muscle. Said it still pops when he walks. His rehab, pretty intense. He says he's got a 4-pack right now. He's awfully proud of the 4-pack. I know you're just looking for a single. Worked his tail off, wasn't bowling. hard to walk first couple months. A lot of hip strengthening with weights. Said he looked like he was doing ballet, a lot of core work. There's no ballet or finesse in that toss as he picks up the spare in the third.
Some of us have six-packs, some of us have kegs. Take a look at our Etonic Edge. Robert Smith, you know, folks, how many of your friends tell you not to drop your right shoulder? Check that out. Look how low that right shoulder is. And here's where all the power is created. Notice the backswing, a little bit of cup in the wrist, and then in the downswing, cups his elbow and his wrist, and then full extension at the bottom of the swing. It's like throwing a yo-yo.
He says, I'm a shovel bowler. Gets down and low, digs it out.
All I know is that when he throws this type of shot right here, he puts the ick in sick.
Leaves the 10 standing. That form goes against essentially everything he would have ever been taught at a bowling center.
So now you know why he's lofting it like this. First of all, our Ebonite Digitrax is telling us that he's lofting the ball 14 feet down the lane.
Amazing.
And it's actually crossing the 35th board at the arrows. There's only 39 boards on the lane. He has to loft it, otherwise it's in the gutter as soon as he lets it go.
Next stop, he's just going to throw it overhand at him. Why not? I like his attitude. I like his style. Started with 2 strikes. Now it's back-to-back spares. Smith, the number 1 seed, with a 9-pin lead. Our conclusion when we return. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, we are with you till our conclusion of the CLR Windy City Classic. Robert Smith, the 1 seed, taking on number 5 seed Brad Angelo. As we take a look at our CLR clean sweep, and Smith has brought hang time to bowling.
By the beard of Zeus, how is that possible? I tried doing that. You think Brad Angelo's back hurts? Buddy, I was in traction for 2 weeks.
And there is a look at Robert Smith. Lives right now in Captain Cook, Hawaii, one of the great town names in our country. Will be moving after the season, though, to a little more pedestrian town, Columbus, Ohio. Captain Cook to Columbus.
Kona to Ohio. Interesting.
Seven pin refuses to go down.
I like what Brad Angelo's doing, though. He's staying in the moment. He's not getting ahead of himself. He's just methodically trying to figure out what he needs to do physically to get the ball to enter the 1-3 pocket the right way. He's real close. He needs to tweak it just a little bit more.
Winless in his 6-year career, coming up short in all 103 events he's bowled in. 3 times he's finished second. He'll finish no worse than second today. Down 10 as we enter the 5th. Angelo working on a spare. Good adjustment.
Yeah, real good hand at the bottom of the swing there. You can see a little bit more rotation on it. And that ball had time to get out of the length of the pattern and make that little turn into the pocket. Watch this. This is just great touch by Brad Angelo.
Now, we've been gooing and wooing over Mr. Smith's hang time. But it's his revolutions that also really impress people. We'll talk about that here in a second. Here's Smith. They say the average revolution rate is about 400, right, Randy? And they say for Robert, it's like 600.
Yeah, he's in the 600s, and he can probably go past that as well. He can also throw a spare ball at almost 30 miles an hour. He's just physically, when it comes to bowling, just an incredible specimen. I mean, this guy can do things to a bowling ball that the rest of us only dream of. I mean, there's just things that he can do that the rest of us can't do.
How did the revolutions affect the pins when they hit them?
It slaps them silly. That's a lot of force going through the 1-3 pocket.
Push! Push! Oh!
Pushes all 10 down. Nice transitional energy.
Ball can't hook in the air.
Let's put it this way, Rob. With all the revolutions and the ball can't hook in the air, you're right. Here comes some more loft for you. But with all those revolutions, there's little or no deflection as the ball goes through the pins, as it goes through the pins.
Now Smith is enjoying this. He's been sitting around for about an hour, 10 minutes, just watching everybody, and boom, power game steps up. 20-pin lead over Angelo. Gets another one. Still alive.
Robert Smith is using pure power. Brad Angelo is using touch and finesse.